Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear everyone, I want to discuss the material about the language, thought, and culture. Language is media result of human mind that is used to communicate it, either like talk, written, oral speech, or body movement, or sign language. With language, humans can adapt their custom, behavior, social governments, and also use it to assimilate themselves with all from in society. This indicated that in speech necessary language and thought, then it released in the form of language. Mind or thought is a mental tool of thinking. The mind process is the brain's response of what has happened today, the present, and the future. Mind or thought made humans to think about everything and result in expressions in speech or action to notice the other people and to release the we uses language. Culture is thing that relate to the mind and human reason. Culture is the result of the creativity and thinking of each member in language community. Culture that born from the individual and the community reflect the attitude and thinking of the society itself. And then about the relationship between language, talk, and culture. Language and culture are intertwined. A particular language usually points out to a specific group of people. When you interact with another language, it means that you are also interacting with the culture that speaks the language. You cannot understand one culture without accessing its language directly. For now, I want to explain about the four principal formulation concerning the relationship of language, thought, and culture. First, that is about speech is essential for thought. This means we must learn how to speak a lot, otherwise we cannot develop. Talk is kind of behaviors, speech which originated from speech production, and talk developed as kind of speech. With speaking aloud, you start to speak subvocally or make internal articulation. Second, that's about language is essential for talk. That means we must learn language, how to product or understand speech, otherwise we cannot develop thinking. The language system, with its rule of vocabulary, is necessary for thought. Thought also was derived from speech production, and thought is supposed to be language specific and not universal. Third, this is about language determine or shapes our perception of nature. This means the learning of language will determine or influence the way we perceive the physical world visually, auditory, and edge. This is influenced by one's knowledge of vocabulary or syntax influence one's perception and understanding of nature. Further about the limits determine or shapes our cultural worldview. That means the learning of language will determine or influence the way we understand our culture and the world. Even if language is somewhat distinct from thought, nevertheless, knowing a language will itself condition and influence one cultural, social belief or view of the world. Language thus provide a view of culture and society and outlook on the world. Predicts that humans of the same language should have the same worldview as their view are conditioned by their language. Alright, until here the discussion from me. That's all and thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.